here we start with material. Once you have your bill of quantities, by the way, some people look at it and say, this is now exorbitant, and it's so much with these seasons of Zakayo and everything. I can't pay taxes and then buy material. You just have to do one. Now, when you come to material, when you see it's so much, there are areas you can optimize, any areas that you can, depending, okay, we are giving our story, depending on us, where we constructed was a bit distant from the quarry. Now, the machine cut stones were a bit expensive.
Yes.
One was coming for around 80 or 100 bob.
Oh, it was 85 thereabout, and it's due to the transport cost.
Transport cost is so high, then even extraction cost is something also. Yeah. So when we checked our costs and our analysis, there are so many technologies of building.
Yes.
Yeah, there is that foam technology.
Yes, the one actually one of our neighbors has used it. It's more of that foam that's usually inside the TV to to protect glass items. That one, and then they use mesh, and then it's cement, and it's actually a strong house.
Yes, then a few
metals.
A few metals.
So they cut cost on the metal side.
It's actually Chinese technology.
Yeah,
there are so many technologies. That is one. You see, technology and material goes hand in hand.
Exactly.
You find out which technology you want to use. If you are a traditionalist, there is the brick and mortar.
Yeah.
You get those machine cut stones. Then you get a mixture of sand and cement. Then you
and also there's that foundation, and then they they chonga it.
Yes.
They flatten the.
Yeah. So you can either get a machine cut or the foundation stones. Then they'll chop them up when they are constructing. Then there is this other one called
precast.
There is a precast. It's a good technology.
And also before ours, there's that other place we went to. There's a house. There's a white guy house that has been constructed. It's more of a cottage. He's used like the literal rocks. Easy, the rocks that you pick around.
Yes.
He's constructed his whole house, his wall, perimeter wall, everything.
You have the picture of the wall?
Yes, I'll show them.
The picture of the wall will be there. Yeah, it's so beautiful. There's so many technologies.
Yeah.
I mean, on material, there is where you optimize that.
Yes.
You do that mathematics of optimization, knowing that where you can hit the lowest cost and the highest benefit and everything. That one you do there. For us, we did our interlocking blocks. So on interlocking blocks, there are so many companies that are giving interlocking block machines. On optimization, for us, we also thought of even buying the machine.
Yeah.
And not
instead of renting it.
Instead of renting it or buying the blocks.
Yes.
There are some people who are
plus the blocks will come in different sizes as well.
Yeah, different sizes.
So, if we had known earlier, we would actually have gone with a slightly bigger, the bigger bricks, but we went with the medium-sized one. So yeah, that's something that you should consider when
depending on how big you want your house to be, the spaces of the walls.
Yes.
But if your wall spacing is small and you have so many columns, it doesn't matter. Even there are some houses that have been constructed with glass in the middle.
I know. But also the perimeter wall. If you want your perimeter wall to be, big, very strong.
Very strong, and you don't want to use so many columns.
Yes.
Then you can use the broader machine. Yeah. So the wider blocks are being made by a wider machine, a wider interlocking machine. Now, when you are constructing these interlocking blocks, there's different mixtures. There is one that is normally recommended by the companies where you want to optimize on costing. You want to go as low as possible. That is soil, water, and cement mixture. That is okay. Because it's proven
red
and tested. Red soil. Now, depending on the soil that is being done, there is some tests that are being done on your soil to see what ratio will be coming on a soil to water ratio to cement ratio, and also sometimes depending on your soil, they will also add sand. So instead of going through all that, we chose the quickest way possible after being beaten and kinashika masikio.
Kilituramba.
Actually, what we started with, it was soil and
red
cement,
soil.
red soil and cement mixture. We wanted to go as low as possible. Ile inaitwa cost optimization. Go as low as possible. By the way, if you want to build your home, don't look at so much on cost. Look at cost, but don't look at it so much. Quality and durability.
Yes.
And strength. Yeah. That's why I can recommend it anyway between stone cut and foundation stone. If you want strength,
good foundation stone. The foundation stone. Okay,
it will be ugly.
For foundation.
Yeah, it will be ugly, by the way.
Yeah.
Then go with the recommendation from your engineers. So once we did the stones, we bought quarry dust. That quarry dust has levels. So there is the finest one, 0 to 3. Then there is one 3 to 5. Then even to 7.
Because actually we started with 06. We started with quarry dust 06, but it was the particles were quite big, so it wasn't getting very well mixed with the cement, and it wasn't,
And even the engineers,
hey,
those
the
people,
the
foodies were saying it is so hard to press. For interlocking blocks, you put it in the machine, then you press. Based on that pressure that is exerted on this particular soil and cement mixture, that is what compresses it. Once it's compressed, you put it aside and you start curing for 14 days,
So 7 days to water it. You water it for 7 days, and then the next 7 days you leave it to dry. And also remember, when it comes to the machine, there's the semi-automatic, and then there's the manual one. So we actually bought the manual one. So it had to, you can see it in the video actually.
Then by the way, I saw another one from China. It is just automatic.
Full automatic?
Yes, you just put your sand and nini.
Just like you press a button.
Yeah, you press a button, it comes, and it comes so many, like 4. Like a machine. Technology is moving at a very fast level.
By the way, we have used several technologies, and they are good technologies that we have seen even people construct their big apartments using these technologies, and they saved us like half. Kwanza roofing.
Kwanza roofing will reach there. There is another new technology for roofing.
Yes, these technologies are there.
And they're very good.
You might not trust everybody, because you want to see it for yourself. So we actually requested to go and see these things before we could actually trust the technology.
Yeah, so our perimeter wall we did with the interlocking blocks is quite cost effective.
Yes.
The result also, I've seen a perimeter wall made of precast.
Yeah.
You just build your wall within 2 weeks. A half acre plot, 2 weeks you have a wall. And running, and it's okay. Actually recommended by engineers. So anything that
are good.
Anything that an engineer has recommended, that's okay with us.
And not everything, but it depends. It depends with the engineer. Okay. Because they might have contacts at some place, and they want maybe to get some side business from you. And when it comes to our technology, the one that we used, interlocking bricks, when we were doing our perimeter wall, the mistake we did was the spacing of the columns. That's one mistake we did, and we had to what's it called? We had to go back and redo.
You remove all that foundation stone, then you start again.
Yeah.
By the way, you should not compromise on strength of your house.
Yeah.
Strength of your building, or even the perimeter wall. If the engineer tells you every 1 meter you put another column, every 1 meter, it doesn't matter how
expensive
long
the chuma is
and expensive. Then what I wanted to say, there are some foremen that have been in the construction industry for so long until they call themselves engineers.
Hey, yes,
that man is not an engineer. Yeah, they call themselves engineers. They are not engineers, by the way. They're just foremen that have been here for some time. Yeah. Even if in his contact, his friend, engineer. Those are not the people we are saying. That's a fundi bwana. Engineer.
Yeah, so know the difference.
Engineering is a very tricky course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember I saw them somewhere learning those people, by the way, they put a lot into it. Yeah, so yeah, then
No, I think it's now know the difference between the experts, whether it comes to. But what we can advise actually, when it comes to the experts, please don't use the same architect as your contractor.
architect, come constructor,
Come
come engineer, come foreman, come.
Please focus on. Hey, just focus. Because it got to a point we had to fire him. So
Don't look for
yeah.
Cristiano Ronaldo anacheza kila mahali, you know. No, Cristiano Ronaldo has strength. Mweke tu hapo uone vile utasikia vizuri. Bede, no. Cristiano Ronaldo is just a football player. Just
Don't
like
take
any
him to basketball and expect
to play.
Okay.
Let Cristiano into it. Yeah. So yeah, then
no, I think it's now know the difference between the experts, whether it comes to. But what we can advise actually, when it comes to the experts, please don't use the same architect as your contractor.
Architect, come constructor, come engineer, come foreman, come.
Please focus on. Hey, just focus. Because it got to a point we had to fire him. So
don't look for Cristiano Ronaldo anacheza kila mahali, you know. No, Cristiano Ronaldo has strength. Mweke tu hapo uone vile utasikia vizuri. Bede, no. Cristiano Ronaldo is just a football player. Just
don't
like
take
any
him to basketball and expect
to play.
Okay.
Let Cristiano Ronaldo play football and let other people play the other games, and you know.
Tumefika kwa Cristiano Ronaldo. We've gone through all those steps. Now the last step is now construction and realization of your building, or rather your home now. So remember all the experts you've gotten, all the materials you've gotten, the technology you've chosen. Technically now it's now you starting the construction, and it will be good if you have a site house where these fundis can stay in. And because this will avoid that wastage of time, and also get someone to stay in your site so that they can be able to protect the items that you buy. One of the things that we suffered most was we would buy a lot of cement, and then our neighbors would call us at night and ask us, kwani mnauza again? Simiti mnilete in the morning. And it was so devastating for you to have negotiated to buy a bag of cement at 650 or 630, and then someone is selling the same bag at 300 shillings. So be careful with that. Hata kama ni cameras, my friend, just put them, because you will suffer. And then there's the chuma. Those rolls, these are metals. They are going to be stolen. Like even your contractors, your fundis, they will agree with the hardware that they are buying, that you bought the chumas from. And they are going to agree that when they come, they are going to drop some and then go back with the some. So the level of which utaibwa, you will be depressed, my friend. So what we did, we tried as much as possible to curb all these corners by bringing someone, a family member who could very much trust, to stay there and be able to monitor these things for us. And they tried, before they knew he was related to us, they actually tried so much to, convert him to stealing for them. But hey, kwanza chuma, we almost lost like more than 250K.
Yeah,
imagine.
Sure.
Yeah, it was that bad.
Still on that construction and realization of your drawing, of your dream, on your contractor and fundis, there are ways of optimizing cost. One, you can negotiate on milestones, and another one per day, depending on how your structures become.
Yes.
Now look at the most optimal nini mnaweza fanya. So either per day or per milestone. Mkishamaliza foundation, mkishamaliza hapo, mkishamaliza hapa, then
you pay in terms of,
we'll come to that some other time. Okay. Anyway, thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.